Today I thought I would try the bookshelf tag that I've seen a few other people do. And so if I'm looking at my screen, it's because I am reading the questions and trying to answer them. I'm gonna jump right in and just start with question number 1, which is how many bookshelves do you have? And I actually went and counted. And I only counted my office, the master bedroom, and the family room. So I didn't count all my kids' bookshelves or my husband's office shelves or anything like that. But we have 49 bookshelves just in those areas of the house. Question number 2, asks, well, how many books are on your shelves? And I don't know. I mean, it says, how many books do you think you have? And again, I can't even begin to guess. I would say a few hundred to maybe 1,000-ish. I wouldn't guess it's more than that, at least not on those shelves. Like, you add in my kids' books and stuff, who knows, because they have a lot of books as well. We're a very bookish family. I'm a writer, so, it's going to happen. Question number 3 is, how do you organize your books? Okay, so I used to actually be so I worked in a library, and so I used to organize my books as if they were in the library. I would have fiction and nonfiction. I would divide them by genre, and then I do it by author and title. And then there for a little while, I actually did it by author, but chronologically by publication date, because I preferred that, seeing kind of like the arc of an author's career. But then we moved a couple years ago, and that system went out the window. I didn't have the energy with as many books as we have and all the different bookshelves in all the different rooms. So they are kind of organized. Like, I have the bookcase that's all my manga and graphic novels. I keep all my writing books together. I keep my Sherlock Holmes collection more or less together. They've had to span a few different bookshelves. I keep, certain authors, well, not certain authors, I keep authors together as much as I can. You've probably seen the Anne Rice. I've got Stephen King up here, Neil Gaiman. So I do try to, but they're no longer really organized by genre or anything like that. Because I don't have the time and the space for it. In a dream house, I'd have just a big library, and then I could organize it like a library, and that would be ideal. But what's the oldest book on your bookshelf? Okay, so for this I chose Confessions of the Tsarina by Count Paul Vasily. This is from 1918. I don't actually think it's my oldest book. It was the first one that came to mind and the first one I was able to lay hands on. I have this old Edgar Rice Burroughs, I think it was a Tarzan book or something. But it's in storage. I think that's actually older. We have a really old set of Charles Dickens. We have a really old set of Shakespeare. I don't know how old those are. I think they're from the 1800s, so I think they're older than this book. But I don't know, because those are old enough that they don't even have copyright pages. They don't have dates on them. So I have no idea. The newest book on my bookshelf is Clara and the Sun, which was, I did a book review of that a week or so ago. Go watch the review, really good book. So that's a brand new book. The longest book on my bookshelf. Ready? This book. The Memoirs of Cleopatra by Margaret George. It's a really good book. It's 964 pages, so it is very long, but it is really good. Oh, there's something in there. I was using Peter Wingfield as a bookmark, apparently. Okay. Not surprising. The shortest book on my bookshelf is The Secret of Sherlock Holmes. It's part of my Sherlock Holmes collection. This is by Jeremy Paul. It's actually a play that they did in, I want to say, the 80s, 1980 something. Maybe not. Maybe it says copyright 89, so maybe it was done in the 90s. But anyway, this is only 60 pages long, and so that's like my shortest little book pamphlet. I don't know. What is the predominant genre on your bookshelf? Okay, so I read so many different things, and then my husband's books are also on the shelves, so they're really mixed. I would say there's a lot of mystery, because there's Agatha Christie, there's Tana French, I've got all that Sherlock Holmes stuff. The Patricia Highsmith is mystery thriller, I don't know. Anyway, but I read, there's a lot of fantasy, not high fantasy. Well, my husband reads high fantasy, but for me, it's more like magical realism, Ben Aaronovitch, the Anne Rice, the Neil Gaiman. I have a lot of manga. A lot of manga, which again, a lot of it is kind of magical realism, like magical girl kinds of stuff, or, you know, like usually the real world with like magic imbued into it somehow, because that's my preferred thing. Okay. Have I done a bookshelf tour? So I did a short video of my manga shelf like a little while back. It was like only 5 or 6 minutes long. And I think when we were first moving into this house, I did a little bit of a video of some of the shelves, but they've changed a lot since then, so I should probably do another one. So it said to go on a random number generator and talk about the book that corresponds with that number. So I did. I got the number 149. I had to like pick a room basically. So I used the master bedroom, which is this room right here that I'm in. And I just started counting. I didn't count the manga bookcase because you guys are seeing the manga, so I skipped the manga bookcase and just did. So anyway, it came out to Coraline. And this is actually a really cool edition. It's like a special edition. And it's got like this cover is glow in the dark. And it's like a HarperCollins one. Yeah, it says, "You are in possession of a special edition printing of Coraline. This edition was limited to 4,000 copies." And then Neil signed it for my son, who at the time I was still pregnant with Alex. So it says Alexander, and he drew a nice little, mouse there and signed it for him. And I have it because I don't trust my 15-year-old with something this nice yet. He's not there yet. So someday, when he's 40, he can have it. But yeah, so, and thank you, Neil, for that almost 16 years ago now. Okay, so do I have any fan merch or other decorations? You've seen some of it, like Tofu Chan's behind me. This is Bucky, my corgi from Buckingham Palace. This up here, I don't know if you can actually see it, is a watcher symbol from Highlander. I've got a TARDIS. I've got my UFO catchers. I've got lots of like pops and knickknacks and some dolls that my best friend's mom made for me. I tend actually to keep those on their own shelves and not on my bookshelf, like not on the shelves with the books, because I want to be able to get the books in and out without having to move too much stuff around. But I do have a fair amount of just stuff, fan merch. Like I think I have all the Sherlock pops. I think I have every Kylo Ren pop. I've got the Jareth pops from Labyrinth somewhere. I've got pretty much any iteration of David Tennant as a pop, I think. So yeah. I've got like lots of London stuff. I have a lot of Daruma, Sama. My husband just sneezed. I don't know if you could hear that. That kind of thing. But yeah, so a lot of knickknacks. And then the last thing is to show us your bookshelf, which if I can, it's allergy season. If I can, I will take my phone out and edit in some video of the bookshelves here. Okay, so this is like my home office. You can see, like I said, I have tchotchkes. I have a lot of stuff here. That's got a porcelain doll in it. Got some goldfish for snagging on. This is like all my writing books. There's my high school yearbooks, screenplay collections, other like just various notebooks. A lot of that's from college. A lot of those are like notes and stuff from college that I still actually reference. Over here, I didn't actually count this shelf as a bookshelf because there's only a few books on it. It's just my Japanese learning stuff. There's my Black Butler. You can see there's Sherlock and John. There's Kiddo-chan. I've got my phone box pillow. I've got my Dalek. So, I do have a few tchotchkes. Jim, he needs his eye repaired. Writing notebooks. All my pops. More pops. There's some over there too I didn't catch. But, just junk. Don't look at my junk. It's incense. It's my tarot. I didn't count my tarot. I counted this one down here because there are a lot of tarot books, but my actual tarot cards I didn't count as a bookshelf because those aren't books. But that is one room of bookshelves. So this would be the room you probably recognize from the videos. This is Livian, who was made for me by a mom friend. That's Mizuhiro. It's my soda. That's actually also my katana over there. These are books, more random tarot deck that I was using earlier. You see, there's Kiddo, Grell, Sebastian, and Spinel. Sorry, I got that wrong. And then more. There's those are the Shakespeare books I was talking about. Got some like history. I guess I have a fair number of history books too. And then you guys have seen the glare. You guys have seen the manga shelf, but here it is again. Lots of manga. And you've got like all my Sandman and art books and things like that. That is the cat playing with an empty Kleenex box. Cause, oh, you know what? We put some of his toys in there. That's why. And then here's TARDIS. This is a little music box that I have. Someone sent me that on like an, I can't remember. There was some kind of exchange, online exchange, where you're just supposed to send some random little thing. Someone sent me that and I really liked it. There's Bucky. Oh, I have a big raven feather because one of the ravens at my son's school dropped that for me the other day. I feed them peanuts. That's the Watcher symbol. Stephen King books. There's all the Anne Rice. Those are my ears. I need a couple more to fill out my set there. Going to Disneyland in November. Hopefully find some cool ears. Those are double stacked now. There's Tofu-chan. It's just like, this was just the catch-all shelf at one point. I just like random books. So all my Highlander, my Forever Night novelization there. I got some Star Trek and all that fun stuff. But yep, so that is that. Right, and then finally, this is the living room. Shelves, remote controls. Again, a lot of these are double stacked up there. You just got like, this is like a vase full of like extra face masks now, because that's just life now, apparently. Got like books up there. These are like books I grew up with. then you start getting into all the Sherlock Holmes stuff. There's like Sherlock Holmes stuff here, and then more of it here, and it's kind of all over the place. Got some dumbbells. Got some Trivial Pursuit cards. Yay. That's the Charles Dickens books. They're in need of repair, I think, but yeah. So my stuff right here, front and center. But and these are there's some stacked stuff here that we got to decide what to do with. These are the last few shelves in the main room. All of the Percy Jackson and whatnot that my kids have enjoyed. Some really old French books. It's like some random stuff that I've collected over the years. It's really time to kind of weed these out. And these were the ones I grew up with too. Where is number 15 now? I don't know. Got like a lot of my Victoria Holt. But, yeah, more highlighter stuff. Or just random paperbacks. Just, Holmes. I don't know if my kids ever finished the 39 clues. Just more stacks of stuff that we just need to weed. So, make space for other things. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. So, and then one last thing. But I just wanted to announce that I did, if you saw my Cavallo Point videos, the short ones from last weekend, I was away editing Ghosts of Marshley Park, and it's all edited and it's in formatting now. Yay! And there will be advanced reader copies available soon, so I will announce when those are available. I'm not sure yet what system I'm going to use to give them away, if I'm going to use Goodreads or something else, but stay tuned for that. I will insert a clip of the book cover here so you can see what it looks like, because I think it's a really awesome cover and I'm super excited about it. And yeah, so that book will be out on October 19th, unless you get an ARC, the ARCs should be out in July or August. And yeah, and that's my cue to leave because there's the cat. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time with a book review or whatever else is going on.